Welcome to the Art and Craft of Business channel, where I chat with other business owners, discovering a little about their business journey, hearing about what they've learned and what future plans they may have for their business. And your business.
Oh, sure. Actually, Jenny, I have a number of businesses, but in terms of essential media, um, it's a business that I set up when I sold my two beauty clinics in 2015. And I had, during the time that I had those clinics for about 9 years, I learned a lot about digital. Kind of actually became a thing while I had them. So I became reasonably skilled with Facebook advertising, which was reasonably easy back then. And during the time that I had my clinics, it became increasingly involved. And I became quite good at driving business. Mine was a local business, so that was really my focus at that time, through Facebook ads and Google ads. And when we sold the clinics, we decided that, or I decided that I would have a try at setting up what became Essential Media, which is providing a marketing strategy and implementation service for other small businesses. And my background has been in marketing, since I ever began my career. So I'm very familiar with the principles of branding, and I've worked across a number of different industries and in retail and corporate. So it's,
Wow.
it seemed like a good idea to start offering these services to other businesses.
Experience there.
Yeah, a lot of experience and quite a good breadth of experience. But in running Essential Media has been really a very interesting journey, because I've interfaced with so many micro businesses, I guess you could say, during the time of doing this, and some medium-sized businesses as well.
Great. You mentioned to me that you recently pulled back a little from Essential Media. Why? When was this, and why?
Well, when I started working, when you start a small business, you have to do, basically do the hustle and make a fair bit of noise, let people know who you are, what you're about, what you can offer, and then you start out by making little offers, and you pull, people come to you. And I guess I could say I was successful at that, and reasonably quickly surrounded myself with a number of small businesses, which was awesome. That was very exciting. But I've actually found it really difficult switching from one to the other all the time during the day. And the busier I got, the more I felt like I was getting sort of pulled into too many areas all at once. So one of my projects, well, actually two of my projects, have been online stores. And I was using the online stores, the back end, the ad manager. I was very frequently going into the back ends to demonstrate to people how to do things. And one day, this was actually in late 2018, one day I thought to myself, actually, these stores are doing okay. Maybe I should give them a little focus. So I did, and they grew. So in 2019, I put a lot more of my time into e-commerce, which is almost like a drug, it's like, oh, it's really exciting. You put something out and it works, and then you tweak it, and then suddenly it doesn't work and you have to figure out why. It's just, the rules change all of the time, and there's so many different things that do work, and when you implement them, they work immediately, and it's just knowing what to do and what not to do and stuff like that. I actually genuinely find it really interesting. So during 2019, I was doing much less client work. I had two clients, pretty much only two clients, and some kind of still came and came and went with different little projects, but I was trying to to crack the code, I guess, of e-commerce so that I could create a service that was specifically for e-commerce brand owners to grow their brands without falling into all the holes and the traps. Because I thought, if it's quite challenging for me with all of my brand experience and exposure to so many different facets and my experience and expertise with both Google ads and Facebook ads, it must be really difficult for people who have none of that. So I really felt, drawn toward cracking a formula so that I could help people grow their sites. And the thing about COVID-19, I think, that will change New Zealand a lot will be shopping locally within New Zealand. I think the feeling of support New Zealand businesses has never been stronger than it is right now. Everybody's on one page. We're working as a nation. And of course, the internet opened up the whole world to New Zealanders. And I just feel that there'll be a morphing of stay local in the next little while or so. Because for me, it just feels like it's a really good opportunity for people to start working their e-stores and putting their hearts into them and doing the right things. So, yeah, did I say too much then?
It's fascinating.
It's hard to stop. It is fascinating.
Yeah, you've recently mentioned also that you've been involved in a mastermind. What was that exactly, and how has that impacted your business?
It's impacted my business massively. Okay, so given that I was frustrated a bit by, I just was too busy working on other people's businesses to really focus in on my own business, and I was looking for help and guidance and to find a way forward to have my focus primarily on my business, helping other businesses, as opposed to me doing stuff in other people's businesses all the time. It's different, and forming that level of higher expertise. So I considered a number of options, and I decided to join a mastermind out of the East Coast of America. It's run by a woman named Julie Stoyan, who is expert in sales funnels. Structuring of sales funnels and strategy are really her areas of expertise, and she's extremely good at seeing things through a different light, I guess, than other people. And she's sometimes is able to kind of come in sideways and go, have you thought about doing such and such, or just change that headline to such and such, or make that bigger, or shift that over there. And it's these little nuances that make the most massive difference to the conversion within a campaign. So I learned a lot from listening to her, talking to other people, because everything is open booked. But the thing that I learned, I guess the most profound thing about spending 12 months in a mastermind there's about 90 people in the mastermind, was not so much the actual learning of how to do the sales funnels. We did learn that. There was a lot of stuff on there. It was great. It was meeting the other people who were in the mastermind and who, how do I even say this? They are amazing people. They're people like you and me, because we're amazing, right? More that they're just ordinary people who have decided to commit to one path of delivering excellence, and they won't give up. And I didn't expect to be going down the e-commerce track. Actually, Julie, when I first met with her, said, you should do an agency. You should do an agency that services the beauty industry and help people with their beauty brands. And I just didn't want to do an agency because of the experience that I'd had. It was, I was overwhelmed by that. So I just said, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want that kind of pressure. And eventually we settled in on e-commerce, but her expertise is really around service marketing. So I learned both. But yeah, for me, the main thing was actually meeting those amazing people. And when I say amazing, I don't mean because they were so super clever, and a lot of them were really clever people, but it's more the total commitment to excellence, into never giving up, and to supporting each other fully and completely. That's what I loved about it, and I do hope to establish my own mastermind group that has that same feeling of camaraderie, that when somebody does well, everybody genuinely is cheering for them, and when somebody is down, everybody genuinely is caring for them. And it's that kind of environment where people thrive, because we are in it for each other, not just for ourselves. And I loved that. I miss that, and I see that in your group. So I love interfacing, because there's a feeling of being able to be honest without anybody criticizing what you say or what you feel. It's a supportive environment. So yeah, so that's what I want to build as part of my program, that same environment where people can grow and learn about each other as much as about each other's businesses. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. Sounds like you say, all inclusive and supportive, and just helping other business, each business grow and find their way forward and their path, and
they grow. You grow as a person as well as growing as a business, and you change, and you feel more like giving to other people when you perceive that strength from the other people in your in your larger team. So yeah, it was a great experience, and I'm certainly glad that I undertook it. And moving forward with Essential Media, whilst I do actually really want to place my focus on the e-com thing, because I think I've figured that out, but I also feel very, very confident about helping people with their sales funnel structure and their copy for conversion, and the whole sales funnel thing for service providers. I feel really confident about that at the present point in time.
That type of client that you're looking to serve?
Yes, I am looking to serve a larger size of business, I guess, than what I have previously felt confident in offering services to. And I've worked for large businesses myself, and multi-million-dollar brands, some of the biggest brands in New Zealand, through my marketing career. But somehow when it's somebody's own business, you feel like it's much more important that you make the right decision. And so I'm really looking for businesses who are able to take that step into that level of, I want to be a bigger business, and I want to commit to being a bigger business, and that means making bigger business decisions. And I think I can help those people make the right decisions. And I really would like to say this: no one has the right decision straight off the top of their head. It takes a little bit of testing and experimenting to get the right message to the right audience, and that requires courage and commitment of budget and commitment to time. But once you hit it, it's really an excellent thing. It's exciting.
Sounds really exciting.
It's exciting. I get really excited for my clients when they get good results, because I'm like, yay, we nailed it.
Awesome. So where can people find you?
Well, they can find me on essentialmedia.co.nz, and message me or email me from there, or via my Facebook page. I actually put my name on and my face on earlier this year, which was, I hovered over that save button for such a long time. I had to go and get a cup of tea and come back and are you sure? Yeah, I think I'm sure. And put my name on it as well. So if they Google my name, which is Julie Comber, Comber, they'll find Essential Media New Zealand Julie Comber. I think that's what it's called. I think there's an NZ in there. And then they can message me from there.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Julie, and all the best.
Thank you, Jenny. Good chatting with you.
Good chatting too. Thank you.